Hello, welcome to TTV News. Ladies and gentlemen, on October 19, 2023, the Department of Science and Technology, in collaboration with the Farmers Union of TayNinhTV Province, will organize a talk show on the applications of science and technologies in the productions of agricultural products in TayNinhTV Province, with the attendance of Associate Professor Dr. Phạm Văn Hiền, agricultural expert, University of Agriculture and Forestry, Ho Chi Minh City.
Opening the talk show, Dr. Phạm Văn Hiền discussed with delegates about the role of science and technology in promoting agricultural production in the context of the 4.0 Industrial Revolution. Mr. Ha Thanh Tùng, Director of the Agricultural Extension Center, informed about referential policies for developing high-tech agriculture in TayNinhTV Province. Mr. Huỳnh Biển Chiêu, Director of Biển Chiêu Company Limited, said about the benefits the company has reaped from exploiting and using the geographical indication but then focus the apple products. Difficulties the company face, solutions to overcome difficulties. Mr. Đặng Khánh Duy, General Director of TayNinhTV Company Limited, said secrets to help businesses successfully build ramps. Many delegates' questions revolve around issues such as how the selling price of Vietnamese agricultural products is equal to equivalent agricultural products from other countries, how to prevent some strain diseases on plants. TayNinhTV farmers urgently need more facilities to process and preserve fresh fruits and vegetables. Vietnam should celebrate new plant varieties to reduce the amount of imported seeds, reduce production investment costs. Most of the delegates' opinions were satisfactorily explained by the guests. Faced with the impact of the 4.0 Industrial Revolution, the application of science and technology in agricultural production is the optimal solution to improve productivity, quality, and competitiveness of agricultural products. In the roadmap to develop industrial parks until 2030, TayNinhTV Province plans a total industrial park area of 12,015 hectares. The planning area is guaranteed to comply with provisions of law on industrial parks and land use norms allocated by the country. According to the province orientation, it will arrange and develop industrial parks distributed mainly along the following axes: National Highway 22, 22B, Một Bài, Ho Chi Minh Expressway, Ho Chi Minh Road, DT 7H2, 7H4 axis, 7H9 directions connecting to the economic center of the region, Ho Chi Minh City, Bình Dương, and connecting Bình Dương, TayNinhTV, Long An, located in the economic driving force of the province in Giang Mơ Thảo, Go Dao, and Dum Châu districts. These are areas that are convenient for attracting labor and are especially convenient in terms of market connection, connecting with major airports and seaports in Ho Chi Minh City.
In the orientation of industrial development to 2030, TayNinhTV Province focused on strongly developing the processing and manufacturing industry associated with smart, eco-friendly technologies, low emission, energy saving, surveillance, and labor use.
Regarding the development orientation of a number of industries, the province focuses on developing the textile industry, producing fabric fibers and textile raw materials to meet demand and become an important step in the value chain of local textile products. Improve product quality, diversify rubber products, focus on the processing, increasing the added value of products to serve both domestic and export markets, promote the development of the processing industry of vegetables, fruits, livestock products, and forest products, prioritize projects that produce processed vegetables, fruits, and specialty foods, ensuring international standards of food safety. For the garment and footwear industry, a strong shift from processing to segments with higher added value in the value chain, such as design and production of raw materials and accessories, combined with products that already have high capacity of competitiveness in the area, such as weaving and leather processing, creating a high added value chain. Department of Information and Communications of TayNinhTV in the morning of October 18 organized a conference on training in foreign information and speaking work, providing information to the press for Chinese, who are leaders, spokespersons, civil servants, and officials in charge of foreign information work of departments, agencies, branches, and localities in the province. At the conference, Ms. Đặng Thị Phương Thảo, Deputy Director of the Press Department, Ministry of Information and Communications, discussed directly with the Chinese about the advantages and difficulties in speaking and providing information to today's press. At the same time, some legal knowledge about the press, such as regulations, skills on speech, rights and responsibilities of people providing information to the press, are also disseminated. In the afternoon of October 18 at the 4th Regiment, the 5th Infantry Division, a signing ceremony took place between the 4th Regiment, the 5th Infantry Division, and TayNinhTV Labour Confederation. Attending the event, there were Colonel Nguyễn Hồng Cảnh, Deputy Political Commissioner of the 5th Infantry Division, Mr. Trần Lê Duy, Chairman of the Provincial Labour Confederation. At the ceremony, the two units signed a memorandum of understanding with the goal of coordinating well in implementing activities to promote development and successfully complete the political tasks of the unit. Based on the site contents, the two units will develop programs and plans suitable to the characteristics of the units to coordinate and implement effectively. On this occasion, the two units also held a meeting and gave flowers to the government officers of the two units on the occasions of the 93rd anniversary of the establishment of the Vietnam Women's Union and the 13th anniversary of Vietnamese Women's Day. On October 19, TayNinhTV Provincial Police handed over the work of investigation, crime prevention, arrest and search for the first 9 months of 2023. Colonel Lý Hồng Sinh, Deputy Director of the Provincial Police, attended and chaired the conference. In the first 9 months of 2023, police units, district, towns and city received 1,044 cases showing signs of violating the law. Times of crimes that are controlled and reduced compared to the same period in 2022. Speaking at the conference, Colonel Lý Hồng Sinh requested that in the coming time, the police investigation force throughout the province needs to do a good job of preventing crimes arising right from the grassroots. Police forces at all levels need to do a good job of managing subjects, tightly managing areas, as well as promptly handling initial conflicts that arise in society. At the conference, 13 police collectives from units, districts, and towns were rewarded by the Ministry of Public Security for their outstanding achievements in the fight against crime. After installing the camera system in TayNinhTV from October 15, TayNinhTV Police has operated and put into use the surveillance camera system to ensure security, order, and road traffic safety in TayNinhTV. The camera system was installed by TayNinhTV Police on many different routes in TayNinhTV to monitor, record, and collect information about the traffic situation on the roads, punishing traffic violations with images, thereby helping the traffic police team detect and handle traffic violations promptly. On average, each day, the surveillance camera system records and collects information on over 1,000 cases of road traffic violations with images such as failure to obey traffic light orders, no helmet, U-turn where there is a sign prohibiting U-turn, carrying more than the prescribed number of people. The system not only helps the traffic police force monitor and handle violations, but also has a strong impact on traffic participants' sense of law observance, contributing to ensuring road traffic order and safety in the TayNinhTV area. In the morning of October 18, TayNinhTV Agricultural Extension Center coordinated with every from TayNinhTV Aircraft Equipment Joint Stock Company to organize a motor technical training session, application of high technology in plant protection spraying. Currently, TayNinhTV agricultural cultivation from land preparation to harvesting has been mechanized in many localities, but most pesticide spraying is done manually in many places, causing harms to health for the executor. Therefore, applying drones to spray pesticide fertilizer will support farmers not only effectively prevent pests, reduce labor costs, but also increase productivity, minimizing environmental pollution.
Dear audience, Ms. Lê Hương Có, Secretary of the Youth Unions of Ninh Thuận World, Tây Ninh City, and Mr. Phí Thành Phát, Deputy Secretary of the Unions of Gia Bình World, Trảng Bàng Thảo, are two of 6 typical delegates for New Age, Leading and Creative Youth, attending the 7th Advanced Youth Congress following alcohol advice in 2023, organized by the Central Youth Union in September. Let's meet the two young examples through the following reporters.
As a religious youth representative of the province and the only female representative among the 6 delegates of the Ninh province attending the Congress, Ms. Lê Hương Có, Secretary of the Youth Union of Ninh Thuận World City, has been closely attached to the Youth Union for 8 years. She always constantly studies and cultivates following alcohol's example in the simple lifestyle. For her, all work must come from reality close to the people to bring practical results. With that in mind, every year the World Youth Union coordinates with political organizations and unions to join hands to take care of social security for people, especially ethnic minorities in the world. From her meaningful and practical work, Ms. Lê Hương Có was recognized and awarded the title Advanced Youth Follow Alcohol for the 6th time in the Ninh province in 2020 and in the 15th Southeast Region Cluster in 2021. Coming to the Congress, I met and interacted with many young models. I feel that there are excellent examples from their stories brought to the Congress, such as starting a career, saving people, and the middle prospect from the world, working as a motivation for us to continuously attempt. Learning from alcohol spirit of self-study, daring to think, daring to do, Mr. Phí Thành Phát, Deputy Secretary of the Youth Union of Gia Bình World, Trảng Bàng Thảo, always self-explore and learn. With creative activities, he brought folk cultures closer to the teenagers of the province, contributing significantly to preserving and promoting traditional cultural values of the nation. With his positive contributions, he was awarded a certificate of merit by the Provincial Appeals Committee for his outstanding achievements in implementing Resolution number 23, dated June 16, 2008 of the Politburo, the 10th term on continuing building and developing literature and art in the new period, becoming a youngest folklore researcher in the Ninh province as well as the whole country. I'm a researcher of folk culture. I always study from alcohol in the spirit of self-study and self-research. I always improve myself during my research using document research methods on letters and memorabilia, along with fieldwork to do practical research, to the church, to have folklore articles, to spread the good traditional values of the homeland. Besides, I'm a union officer, always learning from alcohol with the spirit of daring to think, daring to do, and pioneering in work. With the achievements that the two of them have been recognized, it partly shows that studying and following alcohol has brought practical effects and positive contributions not only to individuals but also to the community. In a letter to students in 1946, alcohol wrote, "A year begins in spring, a young life begins. Youth is the spring of society. Indeed, youth is the most beautiful and passionate time of a person's life. Hopefully, the young generation will further promote their role in building a more prosperous and beautiful country. Let every young person be a beautiful flower in alcohol's garden."
Ladies and gentlemen, serving people immediately without thinking about dangers and seeing people in distress, whoever is in our situation, they would probably act the same way. That's the story of people who saved the life of 4 people in the car that has a traffic accident that flowed into the S Canal on October 5th in the area of Hamlet 2, Bảo Đồng Camille, Gò Dầu district. We can foresee the rapture of life and death. There are people who brave dangers and struggle to have people in distress without thinking about personal gain.
In recent days, people in Hamlet 2, Bảo Đồng Camille, Gò Dầu district still have not forgotten the image of the car floating in the middle of the water. The victim inside still trapped, waiting for a way out. My daughter said, "Dad, there's a car submerged in the canal. I ran up and saw it." Then she rang the boat. There was a car that fell in the middle of the deck. As soon as I finished speaking, I took off on a motorboat, and when I got up, the car had already sunk. The incident happened at around 9:30 a.m. on October 5, 2023. Mr. TayNinhTV, born in 1992, residing in Phước Đồng Hamlet, thành phố Cam Ranh, Gò Dầu District, was driving a car with license plate number 78-2HH28, carrying wife and 2 children, 13 month-old and 11 month-old babies. Was traveling on the Canal toward Trumet Camille to Bảo Đồng Camille, reaching Hamlet to area Bảo Đồng Camille when the car crashed into the canal. Then it was discovered by people who shouted for everyone to help. At this time, Mr. Lê Văn Linh, born in 2005, living in Hamlet before Phước Minh Camille, Gò Dầu District, was passing by on a motorbike and saw what was happening and jumped in to save him. At that time, I didn't think anything and jumped into the canal. Mr. Lin swam out and brought the plastic box to the sinking car to save the people in the car. At that time, Miss Cook was lying close in front of her house when she discovered a car floating in the middle of the canal. She used her family's motorboat to drive to the car's location so everyone could cling to the boat. Miss Cook said when she saved the baby, she wanted to cry because she didn't know if the baby was alive or not. And then she was so happy when this baby was alive. When he heard the people shouting, Mr. Trần Minh Tuấn used a railway tow truck to carry Mr. Hải along with a ladder. When they reached the location where the car was drifting, they both jumped into the canal and swam to open the car door. As seeing the car stuck in the water, we jumped into the canal and tried to open the door to save the little girl first, and then the husband. We asked him who else were in the car, and finally the little girl and his wife were pulled out. As soon as they received the news, Bảo Đồng Camille police urgently rescued people, and their work has been appreciated by the people. The incident is over. People will no longer remember much about the incident, but the love between people will still remain forever. The recent examples of saving people in times in trouble have been spread, creating a human society effect, supporting each other in times of difficulty. Through the incident, we can see that the spirit of the people of Bảo Đồng Camille is very free and not afraid to sacrifice to jump into the canal to save the victims, not thinking about the danger to themselves, promptly rescue the victims. The Camille Police Force implemented a plan to propose rewards and reported to the Camille People's Committee to propose rewards for them. The people and specific jobs above are just a few of many beautiful images and activities for community life and social security. With their spirit and research feelings, they have been quietly spreading the beauty and the spirit of solidarity and love of the Vietnamese people. Called Hamlet, one of three hamlets with a large number of ethnic Khmer people living in Tân Đồng Camille, Tân Châu District, with the attention of the party and the state, with many supporting policies. Up to now, the life of Khmer people here has changed markedly. Houses and roads are becoming more and more spacious. People's lives are getting better. People are well complying with the guidelines and policies of the party and the laws of the state. This year's daughter runs from October 13 to 15, 2023. This is not only an opportunity for children to remember their ancestors and filial piety to their parents, but also an opportunity for neighbors to gather, inquire and share experience in labor and production. During 3 days of St. Donta holidays, in addition to worshipping at home, all important rituals take place at the temple. Everyone turn their respect to the Buddha, remember their grandparents, and ancestors, and put their hopes in good things. In addition to the traditional worship organization, at home there are also monks who pray for peace, the well-being of the living, and chant sutras to return blessings to the deceased. It can be said that Jumpen Sendonta Festival is a traditional festival full of educational significance and culture of Khmer people. Jumpen is a season of happiness, reunion, showing filial piety, gratitude to ancestors, the deceased, and community connection.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.